Hello, and welcome to another episode of Babbling Billions with your host, Absolute Value Howard. I'm here. Today's show is all about a social media nation. Check this out.
They who so want to serve and protect become killers for color's sake. Hey. It is happening in our world today, so make no mistake. We've been sitting too long and taking this down pressure, and that's a fact. The enemy are roaming wild and rampant. Oh God, we're under attack. It is a color war. Oh, it is a color war, yeah. I can hear it echoing from near and far. It is a color war. Oh, it is a color war, yeah. And it's really troubling, and it broke my heart.
Okay, first things first. Billy. Listen, I want to thank you guys for joining Absolute Value Howard. That's me, your host, here again on Babbling Billions. This one here is very close to my heart. It means a lot to me. It's an individual, independent idea, just a theory, a working theory that I'm working in, tossing back and forth in my head. But I think you guys might understand where I'm coming from, because with these continuous examples of sharing, you can see the bigger picture, because we've been duped, we've been bamboozled, ramshacked in our mind. We think sharing is bad. Tell the truth, if we're honest with ourselves. You know, we teach our children to share, but when we grow up as adults, we don't think that's wise. And it's because of the setup of the system that we're in. It's not wise within this system, but it is wise within nature. All right, so we need to get out this system, get in nature. And what I want to talk to you about today is the benefits that humanity has because of the presence of social media. According to recent statistics, if you've been watching what's going on, you got to be in a cave to miss this. Social media has revolutionized the way we communicate and connect with each other everywhere. Have you seen it? It's allowed us to stay in touch with our friends, our families all across the globe. We access information, news from around the world. But it's not just about personal connections that I want to talk to you about today. Social media has also had a huge impact on commerce. As you know, baby, we've been making billions. A billion. It has single-handedly provided a platform for businesses to reach a larger audience. And it has even changed the way it's changed the way the politicians run their campaigns. So it has changed everything we do so much. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to focus. Right now, I want to delve into the like, share, and comment options on our social media sites. These options, you see, they allow us to, show our support or agreement with a post. You know, we can even help spread information, you know, our ideas, little stuff that we're doing, weird stuff with the cat, with a wider audience. But it's important to contrast these options with the injustice that still goes on today. Stick with me. I'm going somewhere with this. That's why I'm taking my time. What if there was an actual nation that incorporated social media options, like liking something, like sharing something, like commenting on something, into real world national scenarios? I know it sounds crazy. I know you don't agree with me. The social media nation could potentially see a number of benefits: transparency, accountability, and more efficient and responsive government. Imagine if you can get in contact with your government on social media. No, I mean really get in contact with them, not that bullshit that we're doing now. Sending emails, somebody will get back to us. I mean really get in contact with our representatives, our statesmen, our congressmen, our senators, and really make them aware on one feed of truth what is happening in their jurisdiction. Do you feel me on that? Some of you got to feel me where I'm coming from. But I know some of you say that, sharing is bad for the economy. Oh my God, I don't know why people think this way, but we know why, but I don't know why. But there are a few theories. One is that it could lead to a decrease in demand for certain goods, certain services. People will be sharing instead of buying, so they won't spend as much money. But however, that argument falls flat on its face when we consider the fact that sharing can eventually lead to increased demand for certain products and services as more people become aware of them. How many people would be aware of your product now if it could be shared? How many more people would be aware of your services if it could be shared? And I'm not talking about copyright infringement here. I'm talking about the way of the social media nation. Think about it. What if instead of being online just pushing buttons, we actually liked something in real life that made somebody else feel good? What if we actually shared something in real life that actually added value to another person, another human being? What if we stopped and gave somebody a comment? What if we had that type of society to raise our children in? Instead of the cold society where you walk by people and they don't speak, and people are cordial, but they're not warm, not like they used to be. Let me illustrate this point a little bit more to you, right? Let's talk a real life example right here from the world of entertainment, right? You guys remember when David Banner, the rapper, he performed at the club TKO down in West Palm Beach, down in Florida? Do you guys remember this? The energy in the room was electric. You remember? This was about 2005, 4, 3, I don't know. But everybody was in the room sharing the experience. It was beautiful. And this is just one example of how sharing can lead to increased demand and prosperity, instead of what we think it will lead to, which is decreasing prosperity, which is the situation I ran into when I was there. David Banner bought drinks for everybody in the club. But when he poured out my drink, I said, man, I don't want a drink. I want a bottle. He said, that's what's wrong with niggas. We always want some more. I was like, shit, damn. I felt bad. But as I got older and realized why we didn't have more, and that wanting more was okay for self and others, I had to rethink the whole experience. And now we see David Banner's an enlightened brother. He's up to date. He's more conscious now about himself and who he is. He's not Cadillac on 22s. He got a beard. He's wearing dashikis. This is a different brother now. Not saying he would now give me the bottle. You know what I'm saying? But we're thinking more about the collective than ever right now. It's beautiful to see. You guys, stick with me on this. I'm going somewhere. Because I know for some, the ideal of sharing goes against the grain. They think because of the way that the concept of sharing has been ingrained in our minds, particularly in the black communities, particularly during slavery, blacks were not allowed to own any property, accumulate wealth. It's important that we remember it's not the same thing to be a master of your destiny as it is being master of your property, of your possessions. You know what I'm saying? We got to know that it's very, very possible to have control over our own lives, our own decisions, without being a slave to the accumulation of material possessions.